owning assets and building new skills. Now, there's many assets out there that you can invest your time and energy into, and that is, the stock market, right? You can buy equities like Apple, Google, Meta, Amazon, Google, things of that sort, right? And you have real estate. You got commercial real estate, you got residential, many of those different things. Airbnb, many different forms of real estate, right? So you can like park your money into that and try to earn either, cash flow, or you're buying and holding for the long term, say in the stock market. Like you're holding your wealth into a equity, like I said, like Meta or something. And over time you expect that company to grow and provide a nice safety nest egg for yourself and your family in the short term and for long terms to come. So you got those things, right? And some people will also store their money in like art, um, you know, because they think that it's going to grow over time. The value of that artwork is going to increase because it's some sort of store value, because it can be rare, right? Even like an NFT, right? Uh, Certain things may be more rare than others, but obviously that's not one of the best stores of value or capital appreciation. But it just depends. You might get lucky, or if you really have a lot of wealth, then you can store your wealth in like a Mona Lisa, something like that. I'm just giving the name Mona Lisa, but you get the point. So you can store your money in artwork. However, that comes with a whole bunch of risk. It has to be strictly verifiable that it's the authentic artwork or art piece, etc., etc. So yeah, stock market, art, real estate, things like that. Bonds are crap. You don't want to do that. So owning assets is really important. And then you can own hard assets. Something that is hard to make more of, and that is like silver, gold, and Bitcoin. Um, and I named it that way, right? Silver would be in third place, gold would be in second place, and Bitcoin would be in first place because it's harder to make more of it. With the gold and silver, you have to mine it through the process of physical labor or machinery. We don't know how much gold there is. It can be so much more that we have, so that we think we have, but it's scarce, but not as scarce as Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we know that there will only be 21 million in supply, and there's even less than that. From wallets that are lost, people losing their keys, and so it's those satoshis are gone, right? It's gone within the supply, the circulating supply, so never to be seen again. So that makes Bitcoin even more scarce. And the people that are holding, some people are holding for the past 10 years, 10 plus, and there's going to be more Bitcoin holders who are going to be holding for even longer terms to come. Especially with new tools like borrowing against your stack, your Bitcoin, and things like that. It's going to make holding even more plausible and possible. So holding the hardest asset in the world, Bitcoin, makes things really beneficial for your financial future currently and in the future, because you won't get debased by inflation, taxation, all of these different things, right? You won't get debased. You're going to be safe from that because Bitcoin grows at over 50% a year, from 50 to 80% per year. And so why not store your money in something like that? If you're storing it in equity, you're not going to get that. Most of the companies don't perform well. Most companies lose, either per year or on a 5 or 10 year basis. It's really only the Mag 7, the Magnificent 7. Your Apples, your Nvidias, your Amazons. Like those companies. Those are the high performers, right? Year over year. Without them, things would look really shaky, right? You'll have to rely on, Walmart being the best performer asset, or some I can't even say it, railroad company. So you got those, right? You'll have to rely on those. Uh, but we're in the that technological uh, age where tech and computers and AI is going to be the things that uh, propel us forward and produces the most gains, because we use tech every day. I'm speaking on the phone right now with you guys using technology, and so those things are going to be beneficial in order to make money. And so that leads me to the second point, which is learning new skills. And so I think it's very important that each and everyone learn a new skill, because AI is going to replace you. AI is going to replace so many people. It can replace me too, right? I mean, I don't currently have a 9-to-5 job, but if I did, I probably would be cooked, right? Not cooked now, but in the next 3 to 5 years, most people are going to be cooked. Especially, there's a company called Symbiotic, right? Symbiotic, they have a pretty much machines, right, within Walmart that are doing a lot of the demand, right? They don't have to hire a lot of people. They don't have to hire the lazy person who shows up to late every day or takes time off or things of that sort. Because it costs a lot to pay employees, to maintain employees. You got health insurance, right? Full-time employees, health insurance, so many different things that requires to keep an employee maintained. And then they have to deal with the bickering. I don't want to do this job. I don't want to do that. You're going to get cooked, bro. So it's really essential that you learn new skills, no matter, even if it's cutting grass, snow removal, learn a trade, like electrician, things of that sort. Manual labor that's scarce. Like, the job market is pretty scarce, but everyone needs it. An electrician, a plumber, things of that sort. I mean, pretty soon, like, robotics are going to come out, and you're going to have a robot probably trying to diagnose a specific thing, that, like, a plumbing issue. But we're not there yet. And then most people like individuals, but if it's like a plumbing issue or electronic issue, I'm sure people won't mind a robot fixing it. But like I said, we're not there yet. However, we are pretty much there in terms of, like, warehouse workers. They can, if a given company has, say, 100 employees, and to do their daily job at a factory, they can cut that down 70%, right? Have 30 employees, and the rest could be robotics. Save so much in the short term. Obviously, it's going to cost them a lot of money to buy the machine, repairs, hire an engineer to kind of fix it. But in the long term, it's going to save them so much money. Like I said, they don't have to pay the robot. They don't have to deal with the bickering. They're going to show up to work every single day. Robots can work pretty much 24/7 if they wanted to. Obviously with the downtime, with making sure that the robot stays functional, repairs, things of that sort. But yeah, they don't have to worry about it. So AI is going to replace so many jobs. So if you're not thinking about how you can make yourself valuable to the world, either in the current career that you're in, even if you're working at Walmart or Arby's, right? Make yourself so valuable that they wouldn't want to fire you, because you're so valuable to the team and to the company that you work for. And if you do happen to get fired because AI is trying to replace you or going to replace you, then you will have backup skills that can propel you through life. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to learn trading like myself, right? You don't have to learn medicine, or become an NBA star, right? You can learn simple skills, whatever that fits you, multiple skills, and yeah, and try to do that and put it out into the world. Try to learn how to be an entrepreneur. Just don't get cooked, because if you continue on the process, AI is going to replace you. So I think it's really important that you continue on the path of learning new skills, holding your hard-earned fiat currencies, right? And swap it, and buy Bitcoin with it. The hardest asset, because it's going to grow over time. It's going to save you. It's going to save you. You don't want to get. You're losing more and more purchasing power holding dollars, right? The equity market or index funds or ETFs, they're barely making it out of beating inflation, and most don't even beat inflation. It's still negative, so you're getting cooked in that way, still getting cooked in that manner. And so you got that. Real estate is a big headache. Some people still get cooked doing that, right? They're not profitable, or they're not generating as much cash flow. They're in so much debt. But if you buy Bitcoin, you don't have to get into debt. Bitcoin does all the legwork for you, right? And then on the job side, don't let AI replace you. Now, even myself, right? We can all be replaceable. Even someone who works really hard and they're the top manager there or a top employee, they can still get replaced, because robots are just better performers, right? Or they can be better performers eventually. But if you learn new skills, you can kind of protect yourself. You have to learn new skills. You can't just have either one income or one job or one career to protect you. So that's all I have to say. Hold assets, hold the asset, which is Bitcoin, and learn new skills or careers, and protect yourself, especially in these next 4 years, because AI is going to replace so many jobs. It's going to cook so many people, literally and figuratively. So yeah, y'all, Yogi out. Buy Bitcoin. Peace. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends, because like everyone says, it helps the algorithm. Peace.